Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance. No contribution with this video. So, 20,000 subscribers, over 1,500 videos. Never thought it would get this far, but it has. Weird day to hit a milestone like this. May the 28th. Well, May the 28th has, if you watched an earlier video, has meaning for a couple reasons. The first reason is it's Erin's birthday. She's 15 today. Haven't talked to her since before the Area Grande shooting in the UK. That was the last time I called. Because I saw these young girls running, and first thing you want to do is talk to your own kid. And you call, and it's like I was just so used to calling up there and there never being an answer. So the next day, at 6 in the morning, I called. Because I knew my ex-wife was up. And she actually answered. And I'm like, where's Erin? And she's like, why? I'm like, because I'd like to talk to her. I'm seeing these girls my own daughter's age. And I want to talk to her. She's like, well, she's in Washington, D.C. Nice. Nice. And it had been weeks since I had talked to Erin then. And it's just, in the years I've been down, I have known not one thing that has happened in Erin's life. I have not been told one thing. I've had to find out. And it just became so abundantly clear at that moment, you can't win. Not now, not ever. It's a game to them, and they're going to continue this game. That's when I called my ex-wife. I'm like, you know what, Carrie? And I said it very, very, very calmly. I'm like, you listening? I'm like, because I need you to understand this. She's like, what? You're a fat cunt. And I hung up. And that was the last time I ever talked to her. Because I wanted her to just know, no matter what, there's no feelings, there's no, sometimes you just gotta let the narc know that what you really think, and leave it at that. I haven't called back. They never called me. Which is typical in narcissism. You're always the one fighting for the relationship. And whether it's with a narc parent, a narc spouse, boyfriend, or your own child, you can't keep chasing the narcissist. You can't. Is that to say I believe Erin's a full-blown narc? I don't know. But it can't be good after all those years with the people she's been around. My parents, my ex-wife, the entire situation. She's been trained to lie. She's been trained and told and been told it's okay to lie to me. So it's a big game. The other reason is May 28th is meaningful. Is because it's 19 years ago today that I made the biggest mistake of my life by walking down the aisle with the fat Irish cunt I married. And that's what she is. That's what she is. That's what I married. That's what she's always going to be. I've done a video on this, how I ended up with her. Because I was so beaten down at home by my parents, just on my ass about shit. Picking fights. My mother called they called the police on me as if I was violent at 21 years old. Cops didn't do anything. And 2 days later is when I went on my first date with my ex-wife. And it was just like, you got to get out. You got to get... The mistakes we make that were set forth for years prior. Years of abuse at the hands of my mother and father. Years of abuse, and it continued into my teen years and into my 20s. It never stopped. It never stopped. They couldn't stop. They wouldn't stop. I was working full time. I was a firefighter. It wasn't good enough, and this is at the time my father's pulling a fake disability, sapping off the government, and stealing a house out from under the woman across the street. "19 years ago today, I walked, and I knew it was a mistake when I was doing it. I didn't have one person honest enough in my life to try to stop me. Or I didn't let anybody close enough to me to try to stop me from marrying her. I never wanted to marry her. I wanted out. As soon as I gave her the ring, I wanted to take it back. You do everything for all the wrong reasons. You buy a house for the wrong, because I was forced into. My father made that decision, calling up, getting mortgages approved in my name as me, using my social security number. No control over my own life. None. But I knew when she got pregnant, I had to do everything I could to protect her from my parents, and they did everything they could to wreck it. And I've been through that story over and over and over again. Erin was beautiful, man. She was beautiful. She still is. I mean, she's literally my spitting image with long hair and blue eyes instead of green. Other than that, she is my exact doppelganger. I came down here to build a life with her, and it, you know, losing that gig at IKEA really fucked shit up. You know, my life was thrown into a funk 4 or 5 years ago that it has been hard to get out of. And once you're in a 2-3 year funk and all that piles up on you, it's hard to dig out. The system's not built for you to dig out. The system's meant for you to fucking wallow in it. You know, but slowly I can see it. Then that's where this channel comes in. Is using this abuse and using the story, using what happened to me, and using my knowledge of sociopathy and narcissism, and putting it all together to help others. I mean, I can rebuild. I've been rebuilding my life. And it's been a slow, I mean, it's 20,000 subscribers, but, you know, some channels could get 20,000 new subs in a day from one video. 100,000. That's why I hang on to this. Why I don't want to move, you know, move to a different platform. I've built every subscriber one by one, day by day, video by video, comment by comment. I've had no mega viral videos. I've had no real anything, any videos I could say, oh, well, that got me, you know, 10,000, that one video got me 10,000 new subscribers. There hasn't been. There's been videos that have gotten me more subscribers than others. There's some that have gotten me 100, 200 off the bat that are a little more popular, but nothing mega viral, you know, which is fine. I mean, which is fine. I don't know if I would want this to go mega viral. That'd be kind of scary if it did. So, it's a weird day for me. It's a weird day. You know, if you guys are following the weather, the weather down in South Florida, and all of Florida has just been thunder, lightning, rain, nonstop. And right now is right around the time Aaron was born. Right before 7 p.m. During a thunderstorm, right after a crack of thunder. Weird day. Charlene was like, you should call her. And I'm like, for what? So she can reject me? If I call up there and she rejects it, I've done everything I possibly could to reach that child. Everything. She don't want it. She's been brainwashed, and that's what happens in parental alienation, and nobody gives a shit. Shit, we just saw Dad get alienated from walking her daughter down the aisle into the royal family. I mean, this is what they're pushing. This is what they're pushing. You don't need dads. You don't need a dad. You don't need a father. It's a hard thing to say, because do I say I wish I never married her, because then I wouldn't have Aaron. Aaron wouldn't be around. Knowing what I know now, what would I do? Knowing what I know now. Well, if I knew what I know now, I would still have to marry her. Because I still wouldn't want to deny Aaron life. Whether she wants me in it or not. I could never just wish her away. Though there are days where you just wish you could wake up and just forget. Maybe that's what I would like. Maybe that's what all of us would like. A magic wand that you could just forget that they even existed. And I've made a video about that as well. So, like I said, weird day. Weird day for me. But this channel will move on. This channel will continue to grow and expand. Okay, thanks to everybody here. Okay, and I thank everybody who donates and continues to donate and supports me and supports the channel. Okay, and the people who are, understanding that, what it takes to do this and the emotional toll it takes a lot of times. And, this isn't a 9-to-5, 40-hour-a-week job. There's no way it could be. And nobody could do it. You'd blow your brains out. So I appreciate the breaks, I appreciate the understanding, I appreciate the latitude, and I appreciate everybody's generosity. I do. And I appreciate that the value you guys see in the information and the videos I make for you it's important to you. As it is to me, just being able to dig out of this nonsense, that this hole we got dug into. It's important to everybody for their own development, and it makes me feel good that nobody ever feels like they've gotten ripped off. Even the people who've contributed, who I end up ripping their ass apart, they knew that's what they were getting into. Nobody can ever say I've misrepresented what I do here, or what my videos are about, or anything like that. So I take pride in that as well, no matter what other outside influences try to say. And if you've noticed, I've stopped talking mostly about any direct attacks, because they're just not worth it. And they usually peter out anyway. So, all that being said, thank you once again for all your support, but we got to keep the support going. We got to keep the channel strong. We got to make sure we're always around here. So if you believe in the channel, you believe in what we're doing here, if you want to see it grow and expand, if you want to get your story and be a part of it, if you want to be a part of possibly changing, and I think we could change the world, because we are pointing out how these personality disorders that just wrecked our lives has been wrecking society in general. Whether you're on my side or not politically, you've all swallowed the red pill. You all, on these issues, can see things for how they are. And this channel, I take a lot of pride, was an important vehicle for all of that. So let's keep it supported. Let's keep it going through the links, through sharing your stories, through it all. And I appreciate you guys for everything. Thank you for 20,000 subs. Thank you for giving me the ability to make over 1,500 videos for you guys. It's been a privilege, and it's not lost on me. So thanks again. Here's to another 20,000, hopefully another 20,000 subscribers and another 1,500 videos. I'll see you guys soon. This is Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care, everybody.